Hey, good evening, everybody. Make your way towards a comfortable seat, if not already so. Once you're at ease into your space, place your hands onto your knees or thighs. Close your eyes. Look inside yourself. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Let go of your day. Close your mouth. Regulate your breath through your nose only. And take a moment to establish a deep breath that's a bit more fluid, that is even, without straining it though. Smooth out your breath. And once you're satisfied with the quality of your breath, also pay attention to your seat. From belly button down, allow your feet, your ankles, your sitting bones to root. Allow your spine to naturally elongate as the rebound effect is a bit taller. Lean back just enough to bring your shoulders over your hips. More or less allow gravity to pull your shoulder blades on your back, soften into your seat. Allow the dust of your day to settle. And keep focusing back on your breath to stay clear mentally and physically. And from this stillness, enter the temple of your heart. Take this precious time to connect to the spark that never dims within you, to your soul. And connect to the deepest part of yourself. And as we flow today, we'll honor the fire element known as Agni in Sanskrit. The fire element represents your spirit, but also your passions in life. And as you connect to your essence, ask yourself this question: are you currently aligned with your passions? With the things that make you feel alive? With the things that make your heart sing? Your soul invites you to move from the space. Even visualize in your mind's eye you doing these things that make you happy. And see the best version of yourself mentally. Carl Jung, he said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Allow your spirit and your passions to lead the way. And take a few more deep breaths. Fully greet yourself this evening. On your next inhale, fold your hands to heart center and lift your chest into your thumbs. Take this time to set your intention for your practice. And clearing breath to Om. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale to Om. Om. Bow head into your heart. And replace your hands back onto your knees or thighs. Slowly open your eyes. You're welcome. Come to all fours, tabletop position. Take a moment to place your wrists and your knees below your shoulders, below your hips. Gal, come over here, right here in this hole. And once you've set your shoulders and hips over your wrists and knees, keep your knuckles glued to your mat. Lift the base of your hands up. Place your palms back to the earth. Okay, so all that is moving is the palms of your hands up and down. Your knuckles and fingers are staying put to the earth. As you lift your hands up and down, your palms, the movement is not too fast, nor not too slow. Okay, just fast enough to generate some heat into your forearms, into your wrists. As you do these wrist pumps, though, stretch your breath. Long, deep inhales. Long, deep exhales. And you should start to feel some heat being built up. A few more pumps here for good measure. 3, 2, 1. Place your palms back to the earth. Point your thumbs forward. Keep your wrists below your shoulders. Have your fingers extend towards the long edges of your mat. Inhale, shift your weight into your right hand. And when you feel a gentle stretch into your right wrist, pause. Exhale, shift your weight into your left hand. And work to that first layer of sensation. Breathing back towards your right. And breathe out towards your left. Okay, 2 more times on your own. Focus on your breath. The same easeful breath you already established into your seat. Allow your breath to dictate the movement, the ins and out. And as you complete your 4th cycle, you may have to lean a bit more into your finger pads to get a deeper stretch. And once you're done your last and 4th cycle, come back through center. Simply flip your hands. Your thumbs are still pointing forward. Have your palms face you. Your fingers are now pointing towards each other. Keep your wrists below your shoulders. Gently press the earth a bit more away from your longer arms. Counter stretch your wrists. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend your elbows. Spin your elbows forward towards the front of your mat. Inhale, press your earth back away from you. Arms back towards straight or straight-ish. Exhale, re-spin your elbows about a 45-degree angle if you can. Arms back to a straight inhale. Hit 2 more times on your own. Let your breath again dictate the movement without rushing through your breath. Your breath is a blueprint of this practice, always being conscious and aware of it. And once you're done your last and 4th cycle, come back through center, regular tabletop position. Have your middle finger point forward. If you're a bit tight into your shoulders, you can have your index, your pointer finger extend forward. Press the inner edges of your hands firmly into the earth to protect your wrists. Gently squeeze your arms a little bit more towards each other. And rotate both eyes of your elbows forward. Bring your arms into an external rotation, arms strong and active. Think of a cat pose. Press your palms down. Lift the back of your heart up to the sky, but hold the position, very active cat pose. The more you can press your palm through your mat, the more lift you'll have through the back of your heart. Allow your shoulder blades to separate wide across your back. Upper back is broad and powerful too now. And draw your low belly in and up. Engage your core muscles by doing so. Feel your belly muscles contract and engage. Remain in your active cat pose. Walk your knees a few inches back behind you. Tuck your toes under. Lift both hips up towards the sky. Make your way towards downward facing dog. First dog pose of this practice, take any freestyle movement that feels right to you. You can walk your dog by pedaling your feet up and down one at a time to stretch your calf muscles, your lower legs. You can lift one leg up to the sky into a 3-legged dog. Draw some circles with your foot to open up your hip. You can glide to plank pose, back to dog pose a few times to open up your shoulders. The idea is to feel your body. How do you feel today? Where is your body holding on to stiffness or tension? And allow this freestyle movement to shake off your day. Good. Switch legs if you're doing a three-legged dog for 2 more breaths here to bring symmetry into your body. All right, make your way towards a still downward facing dog. Let's revisit the same actions we explored into your active cat pose. The same thing. Press the inner edges of your hands firmly into the earth. Index and thumb knuckles are pressing downwards. Pretend your head is a block. Gently squeeze your arms towards your head, but at the same time, wrap your triceps down a bit more towards the earth. Keep your arms into an external rotation. This will bring more stability, more power into your arms. Stay engaged. Keep drawing your low belly in and up. Your core is bright as well. Gently press the heels of your feet a bit more downwards. Your heels don't have to touch, but they're pressing down with energy to bring a bit more length, a bit more brightness, a bit more power into your legs. If you feel like you're collapsing all your weight into your arms and hands, transfer a little bit more weight into your feet and legs to balance your weight out. Press the earth evenly away from you to find this equal rebound into your hips. Release your jaw if it's stiff, soften into your neck. Look anywhere you want to. It can be your inner thighs, your inner knees, your inner ankles, or the center of your mat. 1 more breath, that's your full expression. Down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a child's pose for a brief moment. Sit onto your heels, place your knees wide, place your chest in between your knees, forehead to the earth, arms in front. If your knees are a bit sensitive, simply place your hips over your knees to avoid straining your knees. This is the ultimate resting pose. It's also the pose you can take instead of down dog if dog pose feels a bit too intense this evening. And having said this, for my friends in class, if you're new to my class, I teach a strong, powerful class. If it's too much, take a child's pose whenever you need to, and come back in the movement when you feel ready. 1 more breath. And we're back into downward facing dog. Go through your checklist. Ensure that your hands and your feet are as wide as your shoulders, as wide as your hips. Press the earth evenly from you. As you do, though, try to emulate the same easefulness you just had into your child's pose. Soften your neck. Become so soft that your skin can also drape over your body easefully. You're working, but not too much. Keep drawing your navel in, core is active. Even point your tailbone down to accentuate your core being lit up. Glide slowly to plank pose. Hold the position here. Bring your shoulders over your wrist, hips in line with your shoulders. Now, same actions as your active cat pose and your dog pose. Press your hands down. Lift the back of your heart up to the sky. So push up, make it even more. Yes, exactly. Ribs in, navel in. If it's too intense, simply place your knees to the earth to modify. So offer a lot of modifications if you need to. Look in between your hands as you press the earth away. Hold a pose on your breath as you build some strength into a power class. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, set your knees to the earth if not already so. Exhale, place your chest and your chin also onto your mat. Slide all the way onto your belly, untuck your toes. Take any back bend of your choice. It can be a baby cobra, a modified full cobra, or upward facing dog. Navel in, core is active. Wherever you are in your back bend, roll over your toes into downward facing dog. Now, same as before. Keep drawing your navel in, put your tailbone down, glide back to plank pose, top of a push-up, hold the position here. Press your palms down. Find more lift of the back of your heart. Lift the back of your heart to the ceiling as you draw your navel in. You can definitely place your knees to the earth at any time if you need to. Your arms will stay strong and straight. Inhale, simply melt your heart down. Arms stay strong and straight. Let your shoulder blades come closer towards each other. Is the opposite movement now. Then exhale, lift the back of your heart up again to the sky as you puff the back of your heart to the ceiling. This is called a straight arm scapular strength exercise. Same thing. Arms stay strong. Melt your heart down. If it's too much, place your knees down, but let your shoulder blades come closer towards each other. Then do the opposite movement. Lift the back of your heart to the sky. Separate your shoulder blades wide across your back. Okay, 1 more time. Inhale. This is called drawing your shoulder blades towards each other. Retraction of shoulder blades. then a protraction, shoulders wide across your back. Stay as you are. If it's too much, set your knees to the earth. If you need more juice though, use your toes and shift your weight forward. And if you have difficulty doing push-ups, definitely place your knees to the earth. Slowly lower halfway down. Think low push-up. Then press it back up to your plank pose. Lift the back of your heart to the sky like you would just practice. Exaggerate the protraction. Hug out those tight. Lower halfway down again to a low push-up. Knees can lower down. Then press it back up to plank pose. Lift the back of heart to the sky. Plank pose. One more time. Lower halfway down. Hold the position. Then slowly come onto your belly. Untouch your toes. Place your left forearm in front of you. Bend your right knee and reach back with your right hand. Grab the top of your right foot with your right hand. Depending on your hand placement, either pull or push your heel, your foot down towards your outer right hip to stretch your quad. Once you feel just enough, look forward to the front of your mat. Keep your neck neutral. Either press your left forearm even more into your mat to find your lift into your heart. Lift your chest up. If you need more sensation, bring the left arm in front of you. Left arm to straight to find a bit more lift, but keep drawing your navel in. Focus on your breath as you look past the short edge of your mat. Quad stretch, heart opener. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Release your right foot, switch sides. Bend your left knee, reach back with your left hand. Either pull or push your left heel towards your left butt cheek or left glute. Draw your navel in, engage your right leg. Right kneecap is not touching the earth. Press your right toenails into your mat. Lift your heart up as you press either your forearm or your right hand down. Open up your chest. Look past the short edge of your mat. Ardha Bhekasana, take a breath in. Exhale, lower down. Place both hands underneath your shoulders. Charge both legs to straight. Both kneecaps do not touch the earth. Untuck your toes. Upward facing dog. Lift your hips up. Arch upper back, arms strong and straight. Roll over your toes into downward facing dog. You look towards your fingertips. Either walk or step both feet forward to the front of your mat. If you feel stiff this afternoon, take a wider stance. Feet about as wide as your hips, parallel to each other. If you feel a bit more open though, unite your big toes. Have a small little gap in between your heels. Release your neck, head as heavy as you forward fold. If you feel a bit of a pinch into your low back, bend your knees as much as you need to. Place your hands anywhere. For more sensation, your hands are on your mat below your shoulders. For less sensation, place your hands on your shin bones, your lower legs, or even your knees for more ease. Wherever you are, inhale, halfway lift. Press your hands somewhere, earth, shins, or knees. Stretch your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Keep drawing your navel in, soften into your neck and jaw. Same thing, halfway lift. Press your hands somewhere, extend your spine forward. Exhale, hinge in two, release your neck, head is heavy. One more time, inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Remain here in this ragdoll position. Interlace your hands behind your back. Take a breath in. Breathe out, arms up overhead slowly. Once you start to feel your shoulders and the back of your upper leg speak back to you, pause. The idea is be receptive without letting your mind trying to force its way into your pose. When you feel something, instead of trying to force in, control your mind by deepening your breath. And allow your breath to create space organically. And the more you force in, the more resistance you create. If your breath starts to create a little too much space into your body, shift a bit more weight into your toes. Bring your hips a bit more over your heels. Arms may reach up a bit more overhead without stiffening into your neck and jaw. Breathe in. And breathe out, release your clasp. Set your hands onto your hips. Rise up to a stand as you push both feet down. Bring your shoulders over your hips. Release both arms by your side, mountain pose. And slowly close your eyes. And gaze back inside yourself. Now, like your seat, instead of allowing your sitting bones to root down, push your feet downwards to stand a bit taller. Slide your shoulder blades on your back to open up your chest. Even lift your chin a little bit more to bring your ears over your shoulders. And focus on your breath to remarry your mind back into your heart space so you can feel again your spirit. We honor the fire element. Class is going to be spicy. I'll offer modifications and intensifications. The idea is let your spirit guide you, not your ego, and pace yourself. One more breath. You slowly open your eyes. Let's begin to flow. Inhale, arms reach up slowly. Palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Keep drawing your navel in, protect your low back. Lengthen halfway. Step your right foot back behind you. Set your right knee to the earth into a low lunge position. Left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, press into your left foot, rise up slowly. Upper arms in line with your ears, low lunge. Exhale, put your hands below your shoulders, palms glued to your mat. Charge your right leg to straight. Step your left foot back to plank pose. Now either knees, chest, chin to earth, or use your toes, shift your weight forward, lower halfway down to your low push-up. Untuck your toes, up dog if you can, if not baby cobra or modified full cobra, navel in. Roll over your toes into downward facing dog. Now remember to pace yourself. I'm going to cue slowly, take the cues that resonate with you today. Inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose or forehead. Hold the position like in plank pose. If it's too much intensity, set your left knee down to help you out. Now you can stay here. If you are underdoing, you want a bit more juice, bring your right knee to your right upper arm, touch. Then cross it over to your left upper arm, touch. Then back through center, knee to nose or forehead. Keep pressing the earth away from you with your hands. Look in between your hands. Step your foot to your thumb. Walk your foot forward if you need to place your heel below your knee. Set your left knee down, low lunge position. Rise up, press into your right foot. Upper arms glide back in line with your ears. Exhale, place your hands back to the earth. Charge your back leg to straight. Step your left foot forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, stretch your spine. Forward fold, exhale, hinge in 2. Rise up, push your feet down, arms sweep all the way back up. Reach, palms touch, look up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Ever so slowly, arms reach up. Think of stretching your breath particularly. Exhale, forward fold smoothly. Smooth exhale takes you down. Lengthen halfway. Step your left foot back. Reset your left knee back to the earth. Rise back up into your low lunge, but hold the position. If your back knee is sensitive, double roll your mat for more padding. Once you feel comfortable, untuck your back toes, allow your hips to sink down. Get deeper into your left thigh. Front knee will move beyond your front heel. When you feel just enough stretch, bend your elbows, set your hands in prayer pose to the back of your head. Root your tailbone down first, navel in. Inhale, lift your chest straight up. Remain lifted with your heart. With the option, exhale, gently press your head back into your hands to open up your chest a bit more, but without losing the quality of your breath. And keep drawing navel in to protect your low back. Stretch both arms back to straight. Inhale. Exhale, hands back to the earth, palms below your shoulders. Tuck your back toes, charge your back leg to straight. Step your right foot back, plank pose, Phalakasana. Lower halfway down, low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Untuck your toes, up dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Roll over your toes, down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. From your left inner thigh, sweep your left leg up, inhale, three-legged dog. Bring your knee to your nose or forehead hold. Press your hand through your mat. If it's too much, set your right knee down. You can stay here or slide your left knee to your left upper arm. Touch. Back to your right, towards the center line. Look in between your hands. Step your foot to your thumb. Heel below your knee. Set your back knee down, low lunge. And you rise up slowly. Arrive into your space. Once you're steady, untuck your back toes. Allow your hips to sink down, Anjayasana, as you hug left hip back a bit more. Hips stay squared. Rebend your elbows, hands back in prayer pose. Root your tailbone first, lift your heart up. If you press your head back into your hands, keep lifting your head, your chest up and head to avoid collapsing into your low back. Harmonious back bend from tailbone through the crown of your head. Arms back to straight. Set your hands back to the earth. Tuck your back toes, charge your back leg to straight. Softly step your right foot forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Hinge in 2. Reascend up to stand. Push your feet down. Arm will sweep up effortlessly. Gaze up, stretch. Fold your hands back to heart center. Ever so slowly, inhale, arms reach back up. Lose yourself to the movement. Forward fold gracefully. Lengthen halfway. Step your right foot back, but high on your back toes. Look at your feet for a second. Feet as wide as your hips. Right heel above your right toes. Set your foundation, high lunge with your feet. And slowly rise up. Inhale, press into left foot. Upper arms back in line with your ears. Crescent warrior. Exhale, place your hands back to the earth. Push your hands down. Sweep your left leg up to the sky. 3-legged dog. Glide to a 3-legged plank pose. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. If it's too much, place your foot down or knees or lower halfway as you are for a bit more challenge. Either left foot down, up dog. Some of you right leg up for a chin stand if it's calling your name. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Okay, so all levels classes, I give lots of different, modifications or intensifications. Take the ones that feel right to you. Sweep your right leg up, inhale. Exhale, bring your knee to nose or forehead, hold the position. If it's too much, modify. If you want more intensification, bring your right knee to right upper arm, cross it over to your left, back through center, look in between your hands, press the earth even more, set your foot to your thumb, adjust your stance, feet wide on your back toes. Once you have that, rise up slowly to crescent warrior, hold. Anchor right foot down, right hip back a bit more. Take a hold of your left wrist this time. Stretch up and over towards your right to stretch the left side of your body. Your upper arm is a bit more in line with your ears as you stretch your arms sideways to your right. And keep drawing your navel in, core is bright. Inhale, return back through center. Exhale, place your hands back to the earth below you. Step your left foot forward to the front of your mat, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold, Uttanasana. Rise back up, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands to heart center, Samasthiti here. One more time. Arms reach up. We know the movement now. Forward fold, empty your mind. Lengthen halfway. Step your left foot back. Set your foundation, feet wide, on your back toes, back leg is electrified. Rise up slowly. The movement is opposed now with control. Reset your hands back to the earth. Push your hands down, float your right leg up. Glide to a 3-legged plank. Remember, it's okay to modify foot or knee down or lower halfway as you are. Hug elbows tight. Either right foot down, up dog, possibly a chin stand. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Get right away. Sweep your left leg up to the sky. Bring your knee to nose or forehead, hold. You can modify if you need to or intensify by swinging your knee to your left upper arm towards your right, back through center. Step your foot as close as you can to your thumb. Adjust your stance first, and one group together. Inhale, collectively ascend up. Arrive. Upper arms in line with your ears a little bit more. Take a hold of your right wrist. Stretch up and over towards your left. Gentle side body stretch, 70% effort and sensation rate. Make your way back through center. Replace your hands back to the earth. Step your right foot to the front, halfway lift. Hinge in 2. Rise up, inhale, stretch. Return back to stillness. Fold your hands to heart center. And slowly close your eyes. You come back to your breath right away. The great equalizer. As you do, stand a bit tall as you push your feet down, slide your shoulder blades on your back. Keep your hands at heart center if you can. It's a symbol of uniting your mind and heart continuously together as you connect to your spirit. And as you feel your essence, the real you, are you aligned with what makes your heart sing, your passions in life? The fire element invites you to reconnect with that. The things that make you feel alive. Life moves fast these days. Easy to get distracted and to lose touch from your inner being. Feel your spirit. Let it be your guide. One more breath. Slowly open your eyes. Arms reach up, inhale. Somebody, you know what's coming up. Exhale, forward fold. Those of you who have taken class already this week. Lengthen halfway, plant your palms. Step back or float back or press up. Namaskar A. If you're not too sure, step back to plank pose or halfway down. Untuck your toes into your back bend. Roll over your toes into downward facing dog. If you have a jumping through your seat practice, powerful arms, navel in, look where you're going. Pass your fingertips, bend your knees, float through your seat. If not too sure, you can place your knees to the earth, sit onto a hip, bring both legs forward in front of you. Grab the back of your legs, your hamstrings. Lift your feet up into the air until your shin bones are parallel to your mat. Toes, inner knees unite. Keep drawing your navel in. Even use your hands here to lift your heart a little higher. Good. Now, if you feel like you're underdoing, it's a little too easy for you, arms straight. Yeah. And if you still want more, take Shirley's lead. Legs straight. If it's too intense, though, remember, come back to the previous variation, bend your knees, or use your hands for support. Support the back of your hamstrings. Lift your heart. Navasana. Take a breath in. Lower halfway down more or less into half boat pose, Ardha Navasana. Place your low back to the earth. Low back is connected. Press your big toes away. If it's too much, take a hold of your hands and support your hamstrings below you. If you need more, though, bring your upper arms in line with your ears. Low back is connected. Press your big toes and hands away from you as you keep hollowing your front body. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back to boat pose, Navasana. Legs either bent, knees hugging, toes hugging, or legs straight. Hands to hamstrings or arms reach in front of you. Heart is lifted, core is active. So as you're on the fire element, yes, it is spicy. Yes, pace yourself. Yes, modify if you need to. Inhale. Lower halfway down. Heels, hands hover. Low back is connected. If you need to, use again your hands for support or arms reach up overhead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. You guessed it. Navasana. If you are collapsing, use your hands. Lift your heart. Navel in to protect low back. Good. Inhale. Lower halfway down. Low back must connect to earth. Draw low belly in. Protect low back. Hands reach in front or support or upper arms in line with your ears. 5, 4, 3. Can you count a bit slower, this guy? 2, 1. Starfish pose. Arms, legs, head to your mat. Be active in your core. Take a full belly breath. Inhale. Belly lifts to the sky. Exhale out of your mouth. Clear the energy. Bend your knees. Grab your hamstrings. Either rock and roll 3 times up and down your back. If you don't like that, roll onto a slide. Use your hands to prop yourself up to a seat. If you rock and roll, after the third one, either step back to dog pose, step back to plank pose, vinyasa, or pick up and float through your vinyasa. So 3 options here. Meet back into downward facing dog. Okay, your core is lit up now, which means we can get a bit playful if you wish. Don't have to. This is your edge. Stay here or take a child's pose. If you prefer to build a bit more strength, shorten your dog by walking your feet a bit more forward. Big toes touch. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. It's like a short dog, but think plank pose actions. Press your palms down, squeeze your arms in, look in between your thumbs, press your hands away from you. If you want to keep your heart rate up from this position, bend your knees, tap your heels into your butt, land softly to the back of your mat, or hold the cash into your handstand. Land softly, you guys. Doesn't matter how high you hop, how softly can you land. One more hop. Downward facing dog. Handstand, bring your feet towards your wrist. Dog pose, look forward. Walk, step, hop, or float to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold in. Rise up, stretch. Hands to heart. If you prefer, arms by your side. Take a moment. Close your eyes unless you feel dizzy. You return back to your breath for a moment. The fire element is fiery, of course, but the idea is not to let it control you. You regulate the element. Work, but not too much. Fire out of control will burn everything in its path. One more breath. If your eyes are closed, slowly open your eyes. Big toes, inner knees unite. Sit low. Sit low enough to bring your fingertips to the earth. Then upper arms in line with the ears, hold the position. Squeeze your knees tight. Look at your toes for a second. If you can't see them, lean a bit more into your heels. Keep drawing your navel in. Upper arms a bit more in line with your ears. And spin your thumbs upwards. Look past the bridge of your nose. And focus on your breath. As I taught class this week, I got a lot of looks. People thought, wow, he likes to torture people. But I'm actually doing this with you. So we're all in this together. And the reason I'm doing this is because Moti, this fun young gentleman here in the front row, it's his birthday, or was his birthday. Mazal tov. He kept asking me for a long time now, when can you theme to the fire element? I was like, well, one day, Moti, one day, it's okay. But on his birthday, he got his wish. So you can thank him for that after class. 5. Sit lower. 4. Stretch your fingertips. 3, 2, 1. Forward fold. Lengthen halfway up on your palms. Either step back to dog pose, step back to plank pose, cycle through. Float through your vinyasa of your choice. These long chair poses will build some heat, and that's the whole idea as we honor the fire element. To release a little bit of heat, inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Release what needs to be cleared away. 4 more breaths. And child's pose is here, guys, if you are not finding rest. Take the pose, allows you to truly recenter. And stretch your breath. Regulate like nothing ever happened. One more breath. Good. Back to down dog child's pose. If you feel rested, you can stay here a bit longer if you need to. Look forward, come onto your toes, bend your knees, take your preferred method of travel. Walk, step, hop, or float to the front of your mat. Lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Fold in both legs, forward fold. Rise back up, stretch. And bring your hands back to heart center. Big toes touch, same with your inner knees. Come high onto your toes, split your knees wide apart, set your hands to the earth as wide as your shoulders for crow pose. Place either your knees above your elbows, below your tricep, or some of you towards your armpits, arms a bit more straight. Now think the actions of plank pose. Lift the back of your heart to the sky. Wrap your elbows in, low belly in. Lean into your finger pads, press your finger pads down. If your elbows stack over your wrist, one foot can start to levitate, perhaps both. It's always the intention before the outcome. We don't have to fly the best you can. Any variation. Now big toes touch, you guys. If your feet are floating, take a breath in. Exhale, either place your feet back, step back to dog pose, or step back to plank pose, or float through your vinyasa if you prefer. Like we practiced last week. Step your left foot forward slightly. It goes in the middle of your mat more or less. Keep a deep bend into your left knee to bring your shoulders over your wrist. Palms good, arms straight and strong. Lift your right leg up to the sky. Right leg is very long, toes bright. The easier way is simply step your right foot next to your left and lift your left leg up. Switch your stance, palms glued, or hop with your left, land with your right, and switch your stance 3 more times. You don't have to hop, but land softly if you're hopping. After your third switching of your legs, right foot forward, step your left foot back, high lunge with your feet, right knee above your right heel on your back toes, then rise up slowly to crescent warrior together. Upper arms in line with your ears. Exhale, place your hands back to the earth. Keep your left hand grounded below your left shoulder. It stays put. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. Good. You don't have to look past your fingertips. If your neck is not happy, look sideways. Press your left heel a bit further back behind you, find more length through the crown of your head. And once you have that, bend your right elbow, wrap your right arm behind your back into a half bind. Pop a hand towards your outer left hip. Keep lengthening through the crown of your head, inhale. Up in here, exhale. Rotate a bit more sideways. Spin your bottom left ribs upwards. Open up your chest towards the evening sky without losing the quality of your breath. Inhale, sweep your right arm back up towards the sky. Exhale, place your hand back to earth and walk your left hand an inch forward. Keep your left hand glued to your mat. Place the whole outside edge of your left foot to the earth. Your right foot can stay as it is. Lift your right arm up, hips up. Now if you are underdoing, stack your right foot on top of your left. Now if you want more, you can allow your right leg to hover like a star shape, but wherever you are, bring your right arm over your right ear, reach your right fingertips to the front of your mat, right thumb to the sky, hips up, stretch the right side of your body as you build strength into your left arm. Spin left bicep forward. Take a breath in, we'll recompose here. Exhale, place your right hand an inch above your shoulder, sweep your left arm up, come to the inside of your left foot, and sweep your right leg through the left long edge side of your mat. You can place your foot on the earth for more ease. Fall in triangle, or keep hovering your leg into the air, funky side plank pose. For more intensity, take a hold of your foot with your left hand and gently pull your shin bone towards your face. Inhale. Exhale, place your left hand back to the earth, sweep your right arm back up, flip it to wild thing. Softly step your right foot behind the left leg. If it's too much weight to bear into your left arm, come back to stage 1 side plank pose. Wild thing, root the knife edge of your left foot, anchor right big toe into the earth as you spin your left bicep forward. Squeeze the glutes, open up your chest. Inhale. Good, Dana. Exhale, back to 3-legged dog. Right hand down, right leg back up to the sky. Now feel this part. If it feels right to you, inhale into your vinyasa. If it feels too demanding, place your foot back to the earth. Dog pose or even a child's pose. Feel these vinyasa, you guys. We don't have to take all of them. If they serve you, take them. If not, skip them. Okay? As a reminder, you can always exhale out of your mouth to release a little too much heat. 4 more breaths. If you're forcing a dog pose, take a child's pose instead. Now all that matters is how deeply can you breathe right now to regulate consciously. Feel the present moment, the quietness of your spirit, the tranquility of your being. And remove from the space. 1 more breath. And if you feel peaceful, child's pose, return back to dog pose. It's okay to stay here a bit longer until you feel rested. Dog pose, step your right foot forward a little bit, not too much, just enough to bring your shoulders over your ears. Now press your palms down, arms squeeze towards each other, lift your left leg up to the sky. We don't have to hop, either left foot next to your right, press your palms right leg up, switch your stance in the grounded method, or hop with your right, land with your left softly 3 times. After your third hop, bring your left foot forward, right leg back, high lunge with your feet, feet wide, in one group together. Rise up as you press into your left heel, crescent warrior. Exhale, place your hands back to the earth. Keep your right hand grounded, and then sweep your left arm back towards the evening sky. Think of stretching everything away from your center. Reach your limbs away, and once you have the extension into your body, Bend your left elbow, point your thumb down, bring your left arm into an internal rotation as you wrap your arm behind your back. Spin your bottom ribs a bit more to the ceiling. You can tilt your head back, but again, 70 or 80% effort rate is effort, but lots of ease in every poses without overdoing. Extend your left arm back skyward, inhale. Exhale, place your left hand back to the earth. Now walk your right hand just a little forward for more stability for side plank pose, stage 1, Vashisthasana. Root the knife edge of your back foot down, hips up, left arm up. Your left foot can stay, especially if your arm is wobbly on the right side of your body. If you can hold the whole weight of your body, stack your foot or hover your leg, but try to root your right big toe into the earth. Stretch your left arm towards the front of your mat. Hips way up. Pinky down, left side, left thumb skywards. Inhale. Now every movement counts. Exhale, slowly place your left hand to the earth, right arm up. Come to the inside of your right foot, bring your left leg through towards the right side of the room for yourself. Your foot can ground, fall in triangle, or take a hold of your foot for more intensity, or stay exactly as you are as you spin left bicep forward this time. Inhale. Exhale, so your right hand back to the earth, sweep your left arm up. How softly can you step your left foot behind your right leg if you flip it to a wild thing? If it's too demanding, stage 1 side plank pose, left foot in front of you. Now navel in, squeeze your glutes. Your left hand can reach up overhead, upper arms can be in line with your ears. Yeah, some of you can definitely tap the earth if you feel warm enough to do so. Breathe in. Three-legged dog, breathe out. Remember, feel the moment. If it feels right, glide into your vinyasa. If not, skip the vinyasa. Remember, lead this practice from your inner being. It's not just from the mind trying to push all the time. Let's keep breathing the front of our mat. Look forward, come onto your toes, bend your knees. Either walk, step, hop, or pike your way to the front. Halfway lift. Hinge forward. Reascend up to stand. Stretch your arms, fill both lungs with breath. And bring your hands back to heart center. Or fold your hands by your side. Arms by your side. And close your eyes if you can without feeling dizzy. Like earlier, push your feet down. Connect to Mother Earth. Your crown will naturally lift upwards towards Grandfather Sky. Soften your shoulder blades on your back. And ride your breath back into the temple of your heart. Sky above you, earth below you, fire within, your spirit, your soul. It's easy to disconnect these days. Yoga invites you to reconnect. Same with the fire element. As you allow your soul to breathe you, are you aligned with your passions? We come here to feel alive, to live life. One more breath. If your eyes are closed, slowly open your eyes. Big toes unite, sit in their knees. Inhale back into chair pose, upper arms in line with your ears. Hold the position. Fold your hands to heart center. Inhale this time. Exhale, rotate to your right. Keep your hands at heart center. Watch your left knee is going to want to roll forward, so draw your left knee back slightly. Anchor all your weight into your right foot. Keep drawing navel in. Slowly allow your left heel to get light, left toes to get light too, and slowly extend your left leg back all the way to the back of your mat. High lunge with your feet. Now you can't see your foot, so you have to use your memory now. Your left heel over left toes, feet as wide as your hips, like we did earlier. And once you're steady, spread your wings. Right arm up, left arm down. Stretch your hands away from each other. Keep facing the right side of the room. Press into your right foot. Rise up slowly. Keep facing the right side of the room. Left arm in front, right arm back. Like you did in your spinal twist, point your right thumb down. Wrap your right arm behind your back. Top of your right hand towards your outer left hip. And sweep your left arm up to the sky. Keep facing the right side of the room. Reverse your goddess. Root tailbone. Lift your heart. Little back bend. Little spinal twist. Inhale. Exhale, place left heel to the earth, the right arm reaches forward, left arm back. Warrior 2, front heel to back arch. Look at your feet for a second. Front foot points forward, front heel to back arch. Establish your foundation. And once you have that, flip your right palm to the sky. Inhale, exalt your warrior. Right arm up, left hand down your left thigh. And possibly a half bind if you prefer. Breathe in. Always mindfully here. Breathe out, bend your left knee. Place your hands, both hands towards your left foot. Right leg becomes fully straight as you face the front of your mat. If your knee is sensitive, keep your hands grounded. Flex your foot towards your face. If you're quite at ease, hands can come to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, power through your back leg. Warrior 3. Plug your right foot down. Right foot points forward. Navel is in. Step into your front foot. Use your left butt cheek to hover your left leg into the air. Hands at heart center. Bend your right knee. Step your left foot forward to the front of your mat into a chair pose. Big toes, knees unite. Hands at heart center. Inhale. Exhale, rotate to your left this time. And keep watching your right knee. You got to push your left foot down, stabilize, so to lift your right foot slowly, then reach your right foot back behind you, on your back toes, feet wide, establish your foundation. Spread your wings, stretch your arms away from each other. Now keep facing the left side of the room, rise up slowly, keep facing the same side. Wrap your left arm behind your back, right arm to the ceiling, right thumb to the sky as you reverse your goddess. Breathe in. Breathe out, warrior 2, set your back heel down, sweep your left arm in front, right arm back. Look at your feet just for a second. Establish your foundation. Front heel again to back arch, back foot parallel. Foundation remains. Left palm flips skywards. Exalt your warrior on this side here. Keep tracking your knee over your left heel and stretch all the way through left fingertips. Breathe in. Skandasana, breathe out. Bend your right knee. Place your hands to your right foot more or less. Hands can come to heart center if your knee is not sensitive. Inhale. Warrior 3, power through your back leg. Left foot comes forward, step into your foot, hover your right leg parallel to your mat. Then bend your left knee, step your right foot back to the front, chair pose. This time, upper arm is back in line with your ears. Inhale. Exhale, fold into your legs. Okay, crow pose number 2. Come high onto your toes, knees wide, place your palms to the earth, knees above your elbows, below your tricep, or as high as you can for crane pose. Remember, you don't have to fly, but wrap your elbows in, press your finger pads, lift the back of your heart to the sky, and eventually your feet may start to float if your elbows stack over your wrists. Any variation, inhale. Exhale, down dog. It's okay to place your feet back and simply walk back or dog pose instead. Now take a moment to feel. We come here to rest. Once you commit to your pose, commit to your breath. Smooth out your breath. This is more or less for those of you that are still in downward facing dog. So it's okay to stay exactly as you are in rest. However, if you're in dog pose and you need more fire to continue here, wrap your elbows in and simultaneously slowly place both elbows to the earth into a dolphin plank position. Look in between your forearms, you press your elbows and your feet away from each other. You can stay here. If you need more, we don't have to do this. This becomes only more fiery. If you want more, use your toes, shift your weight forward, bend your elbow, think low push-up like we did earlier. Then from your low push-up, press it back up to your plank pose, with the back of your heart up to the sky like we did in our warm-up. Hug elbows tight, slowly lower down to your low push-up. Then replace your elbows back to the earth, butt up to the sky, back to dolphin plank. If it's too demanding, you can rest, child's pose, or stay here, or let's keep going. Use your toes. Shift your weight forward, low push-up, chaturanga dandasana. Press it back up, phalakasana. Lower halfway down, back to chaturanga. Bend your elbows back to earth, dolphin plank. One more time. Shift your weight forward. Press the earth. Lower halfway down, back to dolphin plank, to child's pose, balasana. Super heavy for a moment. And come back to your breath. Feel. Mind and heart work as one. Feel your body. If your body says, yes, this is good, I'm going to stay here. Listen to the wisdom of your body. However, High levels class, if you need more intensity, not because you're trying to impress anybody or even trying to impress your ego, Come to a forearm plank. Elbows to the earth. Right leg back, left leg back. If it's too much, child's pose or knees down. If you want more, dolphin plank. Walk your feet towards your elbows, butt up. Right leg can lift a couple inches, forearm plank, or all the way up dolphin plank. And if Pincha Mayurasana is something you're exploring in the middle room, by all means do so, but again, feel the moment. Land softly, you guys. Slow and easy. Child's pose, Balasana. Okay, this moment is important, rest. Super heavy for a moment. Two more breaths. If you're feeling at ease, not frantic, downward facing dog. Look forward, journey to the front, your preferred method to get there. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Hinge Uttanasana. Big toes, inner knees unite. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Fold your hands to heart center. Rotate to your left. Now we know the movement, a bit more dynamic this time. Anchor left foot down, but slowly lift your right foot. Slowly extend your right foot all the way back. High lunge with your feet. Spread your wings. Keep facing the left side of the room. Rise up slowly. Wrap your left arm behind your back. Right arm up to the sky. Reverse your goddess. Open up to warrior two. Back heel down. Left arm in front. Right arm back. Look at your feet for a second. Left arm flips up. Exalt your warrior. Stretch the left side of your body. Bend your right knee. Either hands to mat or hands to heart center as you flex your left foot. Power through your back like every movement counts. Slowly step or glide into warrior three. Navel in, right glute active. Bend your left knee. Step your right foot forward slowly. Hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, rotate to your right. You're going to press your right foot. Draw your navel in to allow your left leg to slowly elongate towards the back of your mat. Set your foundation. Reach, run my left arm down. Rise up as you press into your right heel. Wrap your right arm behind your back. Left arm up to the sky. Fluidly, reverse goddess. Open up, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Set your foundation. We're here for this and next pose. Right palm up, exalt, stretch. Skandasana, bend your left knee. Hands to mat, or again, hands to heart if you're stable. Power through your left leg. Warrior three slowly, with control. Good, Hadar. Bend your right knee, left foot back to the front. Chair pose. Upper arms in line with your ears. Forward folding two. On your toes. Last Bakasana. Knees to upper arms. Palms glued. We don't have to fly. You gotta press your finger pads to activate your forearms. Then lean. You gotta lean into your fingertips. Eventually, it's a tipping point. You'll find a lift. Big toes touch, Mickey. Big toes touch. Breathe in. Good. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Okay. Too much fire is destructive. You gotta feel for a second. Child's pose or dog pose. But of course, if you have a regular practice and you're a little fiery, wrap both elbows down at the same time. Dolphin plank. If it's too much, you can walk your feet backwards to forearm plank or set your knees down to modify. Left leg hovers a few inches or all the way up dolphin plank. And if pincha again is something you're playing with, always mindfully. Look in between your forearms, you guys. Look in between your forearms as you press your elbows down. Yeah, look in between your forearms and press your finger pads down. Pinch a hold, one more hop if you're doing so. Child's pose, Balasana. Good, Hanan. Okay. This is break time, use it very wisely. If you need to exhale out of your mouth, nothing to hold on to. One more breath. Let's keep breathing the front of our mat. Child's pose back into dog pose. Look forward. It's okay to walk and step out, of course. Hop or pike your way to the front. Halfway lift once you arrive. Hinge in 2. Rise up as you push your feet down. Think of rooting to rise up effortlessly. Return back to your state of stillness, whether it's hands to heart, samasthiti, or tadasana. You got to control your mind though. Use your mind to prolong your breath, to stand taller, to find a softness into your jaw, into your shoulder blades though. And keep allowing your breath to bridge the gap between your mind and your heart. The fire element reminds you to remember your spirit, to connect to the deepest part of yourself. And as you do, also realign yourself to your passions. What lights you up from the inside out? It's said that the most powerful weapon on earth is the human soul on fire. But it's easy these days to get disconnected, to move around mindlessly. You're here with purpose. Silence your mind and be receptive to your heart's desires. Remember to feel life. One more breath. If your eyes are closed, slowly open your eyes. Big toes touch, same with inner knees. Back to chair pose. Upper arms in line with your ears. Fold your hands to heart center. Rotate towards your right. Hold a position. Watch your left knee. Draw your left hip back a little bit more. This time, spread your wings. Right arm up, left arm down, like we did earlier. Wrap your right arm behind your back and your spinal twist and so on in your reverse goddess warrior. A little bit more length into your spine and possibly a little bit more twist without losing ever the quality of your breath. Think top shoulder above your bottom if you can. Fold your hands back to heart center. Inhale. Side crow pose, foundation. Exhale. Squat low. Place your hands to face the right long edge spot of your mat. It's like crow pose. Same idea. Hands wide at your shoulders. You can place your right hip onto your right elbow as you bend your elbows about a 90-degree angle. Lean into your fingertips, wrap elbows in. Eventually, same idea, we have lift off, same principles. Be mindful of who is to your left if you play with different leg variations. Eliana, you got it? Those of you in flight, place your feet back to the earth. Chair pose twist to your right. Same previous pose. How slowly can you lift your left foot up and extend your left leg backwards, high lunge with your feet? Good. Spread your wings. Wrap your right arm behind your back. If you have the full bind, you can point your left thumb backwards as you charge your back a little bit more to straight, but be invited to do so. We're not forcing in. Wherever you are, keep stretching all the way through the crown of your head as you press your left heel back. Inhale. Exhale, option, a little bit more rotation towards your right without forcing in. When you force, you create unnecessary resistance. Fold your hands back to heart center. Then stretch arms back up again. Right arm up, left arm down. Press into your front heel, rise up. Wrap your right arm behind your back. Left arm up, reverse your goddess. Hug inner thighs. Left thumb to the sky, stabilize. Look past the right side of the room for yourself. Take a breath in. Fluidly exhale. Open up to warrior two. Look at your feet again just for a moment as we hold the pose here on this sequence. Front heel to back arch. Look at your front knee, guys. If your right knee is dipping down, bring your knee a bit more towards your right so you can see your big toe, second big toe visible to stay safe into your knee. Now pull your feet a bit more towards each other energetically as you stretch your hands away from each other. Look past your right fingertip as you soften into your jaw. and your gaze. Focus on your breath though. And of course, this pose is fiery as well. Use your breath to stay calm mentally as you step into the fire. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's clear the energy. Inhale, right leg becomes straight, palms reach up, look up, palms touch. Exhale, warrior 2, bend back into your front knee. 2 more times. Inhale, press your right foot, right leg becomes straight, gaze up. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale. Now reestablish your foundation, press the outside of your back foot down, anchor your right hip towards your front heel, and spin your right palm to the sky. Exalt your warrior. Okay, perhaps left arm wraps behind your back, or maybe even the full bind. You can bend your right elbow. We're never wrestling though. If you're fighting the pose, ease out. Control the element instead. Easeful breath. Breathe in. Skandasana, breathe out. Bend your left knee. Now, if your knee is sensitive, hands stay grounded or hands to heart center. We're going to hold the pose here. If you're still underdoing, flex your right foot though even more. You can spread your wings and bring your left arm underneath your left knee. You can point your left thumb down, wrap your arm behind your back into a half bind. Even wrap your right arm back behind you. We're not grimacing though, and your breath again stays deep no matter what. Many variations at your healthy edge. Inhale. Exhale, power through your back leg. Warrior 3, as slow as you can. Power through your back leg. Anchor your right foot down. Navel in, use your glute. Hover your left leg and torso parallel to your mat. If it's too much though, you can place your hands to the earth. If you're underdoing, arms will reach forward in front of you. Good. Press right foot down, extend left heel back a bit more as you stretch all the way through the tip of your head. Good, Sarah. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center, bend your right knee, step your left foot back to the front of your mat, and slowly rise up to mountain pose, arms by your side. Close your eyes. Hey, get out of your head right away. Focus on your breath instead. When things are tough, your mind may try to drag you somewhere and hold on to the wreck of the past. Let that go. Without anticipating about the future either. You feel the moment, the here and now. Connect to your soul, let your soul breathe you. Even connect to life, source energy, let life breathe you for a second. Like nothing ever happened. One more breath. And slowly open your eyes if they're closed. Unite your big toes in your knees if they're not already touching. Sit back into your chair, upper arms in line with your ears. Fold your hands to heart center. Rotate to your left. Keep drawing your right hip back. Spread your wings. Stretch your fingers away from each other. Point your left thumb down, wrap your arm behind your back into your half bind. Think top shoulder above your bottom as you open up your chest, but without forcing in. Bring your hands back to your heart. Squat low, Parshva Set the foundation first. Place your hands wide as your shoulders. Bend your elbows about a 90-degree angle. Lean into your fingertips. Eventually you'll find a tipping point where your feet may start to get light, which is secondary and not so important. And the action before the form as you press your finger pads down. Those of you in flight, return back to the earth slowly and softly. Back to the previous pose. Chair pose twist to your left. It's all about the movement. Anchor your left foot down slowly. Allow your right foot to get light. Extend your right leg back. High on your back toes at your foundation. Stretch your arms. Bend your left elbow behind your back. Without again forcing a full bind, but a lot of activation into your back leg. Reach. Press right heel back. Find more length. Perhaps a bit more twist, but gauge your breath. It is your number one teacher. Fold your hands back to your heart. Re-spread your wings and press into your left foot to rise up with control. Then wrap your left arm behind your back into your reverse goddess warrior. Right thumb to the sky. Hug inner thighs, navel is in. Now face towards the left side of the room. Yeah. Breathe in. Warrior 2, breathe out. Set your foundation. All four corners of both feet down. Stretch your hands away. Look past your left fingertips. The thing about fire, it knows no fear. It knows no doubt. This is something the mind is so good at. If you're feeling doubt or fear within your life, let this fire burn that away so you can come back into your heart space and trust instead. Trusting to follow your heart. If it's too much though, you can flip your palms to the sky and close your eyes. Can you feel energy enter into your hands, into your arms, into your torso, into your whole body? You're never alone in this game of life, especially when you move from your soul. Source energy is always there to back you up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Eyes slowly open, palms face down. Left leg straight, inhale, arms reach up, look up. Warrior 2. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. Gaze up, stretch. Back to warrior 2, set your foundation. Left palm flips. Exalt your warrior one more time. If your hand is on the right thigh, there's no weight on it. Use your core, navel is in. If you took a half bind or full bind, do so as well, but without forcing in. 2 sides will feel different. How is the texture of your breath? Breathe in. With control, breathe out Skandasana. Bend your right knee, either hands to earth, hands to heart, Anjali Mudra, or spread your wings. These are extra cues we don't have to take, especially if you start to become stiff into your jaw. Lose your breath. Point your right thumb down, wrap your right arm behind your back into a half bind, maybe the full bind. Good, Khali. Breathe in. Breathe out, warrior 3, with control. Press your left foot down, engage your left leg. Navel is in and hover your right leg parallel to your mat. Hands can come to earth, arms may reach forward. Right leg a little higher. Some of you bring your right hip down. Equalize both hips as you keep pressing your left foot down. Fold your hands back to your heart already so. Bend your left knee, step your right foot to the front chair pose. And slowly rise back up to stand. Close your eyes. And for good measure, inhale through your nose. Exhale. Nice one. Let that go. And come back to your breath. If you feel dizzy, eyes open, but if you can, look within yourself and feel. You're like an alchemist using the fire element to burn away the layers of mind which hold on to fear and doubt. Instead of transforming lead to gold, though, you're transforming yourself into the best version of yourself. Can you still see in your mind's eye yourself doing the things that make you feel alive, that bring passion into your life? This is the invitation of this practice, to not lose touch to who you are, and to live life from deep within yourself. One more breath. If your eyes are closed, slowly open your eyes. Arms reach up, inhale. Last full vinyasa to your own rhythm. Forward fold and so on. It's okay to walk back to dog pose. It's okay to step back to plank pose, to flow through, to take a crow pose, to press up to handstand, whatever feels best to you in this specific moment, until led back to down dog. One more time. Yeah. Push, push, push. Forward, forward. There we go. Yeah. Good. All right, nice work, you guys. Pigeon prep pose, right leg up. Bring your right knee to your outer right wrist, your right heel towards your outer left hip. You can point your toes. If you need more sensation, bring your shin bone parallel to the front of your mat. Do flex your foot. Before forward folding over your front leg, have a little peek past your left shoulder. Everything should be in one line. Square your hips, right hip back, left hip forward even more. Then forward fold as you keep engaging your right foot, right ankle by pointing or flexing. If you feel like your knee's unhappy, it's a bit tweaky, you can lie on your back instead, take a figure four position instead. Wrap your right ankle on top of your left knee and pull your knee into your chest. And focus on your breath. Now we're cooling things down. We're dimming the fire from a fiery heat to a little blue flame, but it's still very hot. Let it do its own work. Instead of trying to force in, let this little flame dissolve the sensation that you feel into your hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep flexing your foot a bit more. There we go. Good. And we're not forcing in, even here, because when we force, we create more stiffness. Let the power of your breath, the power of the fire element do the work, dissolving sensation easefully, organically. If you start to get a little too comfortable though, your body's naturally inviting you to melt a bit more, to peel a layer, but without again forcing. Be invited. In a sense, let the pose do you as you trying to manipulate it so much. 3 more breaths. On your next inhale, place your hands below your shoulders. As you breathe out, press the earth away from you. And slowly, take your time, make your way back to downward facing dog. And add a bit of movement in this dog pose to release your right hip. It doesn't matter how you do so. Freestyle the movement, but lubricate your hip after a static hold. And place your right foot back to the earth if it's still floating. Switch sides. Extend your left leg up. Do ensure your knees a little bit wider than your wrist to make sure it's wide in your hip. The shin bone placement of your left leg is not important. It can be in a diagonal or parallel. Search for sensation, no pain. Align square. Then fold in, elbows to earth. You can stack your fists if you need to. Rest your forehead on your fists, or use a prop, or allow your forehead to connect to the earth. Now be receptive. Who is in charge? Just your mind? Or are you still merging your mind and heart together, connecting to your spirit and feeling the pose, feeling this practice? Can you bring a little bit more depth into your breath? Inhale. Exhale. Stay present and receptive. You'll feel the moment when your body naturally invites you to peel a layer. Take 3 more breaths. To your own rhythm, once you do complete your third and final breath, move slowly, gradually back towards dog pose. If you're on your back, you can windshield wipers your knees sideways, left to right. And dog pose again, take a little bit of movement to release both hips equally. Make your way towards your seat by either floating through like we did earlier or placing your knees back to the earth. Sit onto your hip legs forward. If you need to layer up before we proceed, you can do so. If you're ready to go, simply close your eyes, rest your hands onto your knees or thighs. Set your firm foundation by allowing your sitting bones to root, your crown to lift. Lean back, soften your shoulders. And keep allowing the power of your breath, the blueprint of this practice, to unite your earthly physical body with that of your heavenly spirit, your spirit. Let your soul breathe you as you silence your mind down. Are you currently aligned with your passions? The things that make you feel alive. Heart wide open, allow your own essence to merge with that of the cosmic sky, connect to source energy, which you are an extension of. Allow this precious time to let your soul and life breathe you. When you move from a space led from your inner being, your divine light, the universe will always have your back. The idea is to let this fire element rinse away doubt or fear, so you can move easefully, trusting life. Lead life from your essence. If you prefer to keep your eyes closed, you can do so, or slowly open your eyes. Recline backwards, lie on your back, with your feet forward. Keep your left leg straight, bend your right knee. Either place your right arm into a T or cactus shape by your side, depending how much room you have. Reach your left hand over your bent right knee. Slide your hips a little bit towards your right, and let your knee fall over to your left. Keep your right shoulder anchored to your mat unless your right knee easily touches the floor to your left. But the idea is not to force it there either. It should feel quite nice into your low back to release. Gentle supine twist. Take a breath in. Exhale, unravel. Come back through center. Extend your right leg to straight this time. Bend your left knee. Slide your hips a little bit towards your left. When you feel that sweet spot into your low back, pause as you bring your left knee towards your right this time. It's not about the depth. Release your low back, but also allow this twist to release this practice in this day so far. Breathe in. Breathe out uncurl back through center. Realign both hips in the middle of your mat. This time draw both knees in towards your chest. Place your hands above your knees. Draw navel in. Give yourself a love hug. Pull your knees into your chest, forehead to knees. Inhale. Exhale, make your way to Shavasana. And this is the moment we work the whole practice to come to. Get as comfortable as you possibly can. If it means placing your arms a bit wider and your legs, do so, or narrower, as long as you're at ease. Palms face up, a gesture to remain open into your practice. Walk your shoulder blades up and down your back. Allow your feet to splay open to your side. Soften your muscles, feel your bones get heavier. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Sink a bit more down. Let everything go, even in conscious breath, as you bask inside your inner light. Find complete rest and relaxation. Very lovingly bring a bit more depth back into your breath. Journey back inside your physical body. Wiggle your fingertips and your toes to reanimate your body. If you require a little bit more energy, stretch both arms up overhead, reach your hands and your feet away from each other. And wherever you are, fold your knees into your chest. Roll onto your right hand side, fetal position. Take a few deep, neutralizing breaths. Allow your hands to be your guide. Slowly inch your way back towards your seat. Do take a second or two to get comfortable into your seat. And once so, close your eyes, replace your hands back onto your knees or thighs. Root to lengthen. Lean back. Soften your shoulders. And refold both hands back to prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. If you can, daily keep seeking your sacred fire within. Let it be your guide. Silence your mind, tune into your spirit. Visualize an ideal version of yourself doing the things that make you feel alive and happy. Like Carl Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are, but allow your spirit to be your guide. And clearing breath to Om, inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale to Om. Bow head into your heart. And let with me bow, so let within all of you have a beautiful evening. Namaste.